this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. I'm going to do my second entry for my Arise devotion from Illustrated Faith. I've just showed you the first one. The second prompt is hidden, and it is all about the seasons when it's difficult. You feel like God has forgotten about. You almost feel hidden among all the things of life and how you can respond to it. And then there's another aspect of it about sometimes we do feel hidden, and we feel like we're doing these things and nobody recognizes it. And God's promise and God's wisdom in that, the fact that we will get our reward and we shouldn't seek our reward here on earth. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. So what I've decided to use these beautiful little frames. It is from Flourish from Maggie Holmes. And I went the other day for my papers and I saw it. I don't always print all my printables straight away off. I print it as I need it. So I've never sort of tended to want to use that. And then the other day I saw this printables and I thought it will be perfect for the Arise kit, because the ephemera is all about frames and stars and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread these frames over these pages. I just love that black edge frames. They're so oldie worldy. I love frames like that. My mum used to have a frame in her home like that, and I've actually inherited it. So I just love that type of frames. I like everything old fashioned. So yeah, I'm trying to get my placement, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little hidden door on the frames. Now, I've seen loads of people working through this devotion, and we all have more or less the same idea. I think it is just lent itself to it, the frames and the hidden, that you want to hide one or other aspect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pattern paper. I've got various pattern paper here. Most of it is from Alice Scraps. She have a free bundle which she released to go with this Arise printable, and some of them are from Horizon, from Big Paisley, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. First of all, I'm going to cut the frames out, but I'm just going to leave one side so I can stick the colorful paper or the craft paper on top of it, and then it's going to be like a little hinge. Hopefully it will be all explained in a minute. So I'm just putting those away, which I don't want, and I'm just going to focus on these three things, because the three things that we sometimes do in the open to get rewarded or to get accolade from other people is our prayers, giving and fasting. And Jesus says in Matthew 6, he talks about, he obviously talks more to the Pharisees and say, you who pray in the open, you've got this long, elaborate prayers, you do it so other people can see it. Rather go to a closed door and pray inside to your Father, and you will get your reward in heaven. Otherwise, the only reward you will get is from the people around you thinking, oh, you're so holy. Then also giving is the same thing about giving. In the meantime, I'm just trying to explain to you, I'm just trying to cover the little door frame of these pattern papers. Now, giving also, it is, you mustn't give so you can have the approval of other people. You must give in secret. And that really spoke to me, because often we don't tend to, it's not deliberately that we tell people, oh, I brought a meal for this person, or I gave some money for this person. Sometimes we do it just to have a conversation, but it made me think twice before I want to say when I do things for other people, because as I said, we tend to do it sometimes to get a reward from other people. Now, I'm not saying we never have to tell people. Sometimes it is a good witness. Sometimes there is a place and time for it. But if the only motivation why you tell people you do these good works is to get the accolade and the approval of other people, then I think we need to do a hard check. And that is when the Lord said your reward, the only reward you will get is from people, and it will not be a deed that was born out of the flesh. Now, wonder when we stand before for God and in the bema seat of judgment, when we get rewarded for things we did in our lives. I mean, that can be judged for our sins. That's been done on the cross. We are safe in heaven, but there is a reward ceremony. That's the bema seat of Christ. That's when our works is going to be tested by fire, and those that is really been born of the Spirit, that's sometimes you just feel like the Holy Spirit tells you to do something. You're just excited, you want to do it. Other people look at you and think, oh my goodness, why do you want to do this? This is the last thing I want to do. Then you know it's born of the Spirit, because the Spirit has given you that desire to help that person, or to do that outreach, or to be part of that ministry. And the things that we did just to be seen by other people, or just to tick boxes, or we have to do it, that's just not a part of life. I think those things is going to burn up in the fire. And what is left, the jewels and the diamonds and things that's left, that is our reward. And so to speak, our crown, our reward crown is going to be made out of that. I mean, I don't know if it's going to exactly work like that one day in heaven, but it's symbolic. If it's not like that, it's symbolic, meaning, our works is going to be tested by the fire, and that is really truly from the Spirit, that will be rewarded. And that's something to think about. It's just, it motivates me to work for the Lord, not to earn my salvation, but to hear that word, well done, faithful servant. That is really something I have such a desire one day to hear, when the Lord come back to get me, or I'm dying, that the Lord will say to me, well done, faithful servant. What I've been given you, you've worked hard, you've multiplied it, you worked in your kingdom and my kingdom, and you are an asset to my kingdom. And here's your reward. My reward is Jesus, ultimately. I mean, without him, there is no reward. But I think you know what I mean. So behind the little door of the prayer, I've written, it's not that everybody can see your prayers. Go behind closed doors so that you are not seen. And behind the giving little window, I said, give in secret, not for the approval of others. Let your right hand not know what your left hand is doing. And behind the fasting, I just said, do not make it obvious. Do not do it so other people can admire you, and be happy while you're doing it, because it says in the Bible that you mustn't be miserable and have sackcloth and ashes over you and say, oh, woe me, I'm fasting. Do it in secret. I mean, sometimes when you fast and somebody offers you something and you say no, and they say, oh, why don't you want it? Then, say, I'm fasting. It's nothing wrong with that. But, just say it out there for everybody to know about it. Obviously, if you're in a family situation, you obviously have to say, listen, I'm going to fast for the next 2 days, because obviously you're the mum in the house. You need to cook. You need to know they're going to ask you why you're not eating. So that's not what the Lord is talking about. That is this obvious sort of bragging and just want the approval of other people. So in the meantime, I've done all my little windows. I've stuck them down. I've used little stars from the Alice scrap papers, and I've made little door handles, as you can see, just to be able to open it. And I've used small little alpha tiles to put down their prayer, giving, and fasting, the 3 elements. And I've backed that hidden word on pink cardstock, which is just sort of leftover cardstock I had in my stash. And I'm just going to put these stars, which is also some of the ephemera of the printable. I'm going to put that on there just to bring a little bit more color on it. I just want to encourage you, if you go for a hidden season where you feel really, we are all hidden now in our homes, but sometimes we feel more like, we feel hidden. Sometimes we feel overlooked. Maybe you're the one who always was the dishes at church, and you feel nobody ever say thank you to. Maybe you're the one who served tea and coffee, or you the one who wiped the little noses in the nursery. You just don't feel valued. You're not the one up there on the stage talking, everybody sees you. Just know that the Lord sees you. He loves you, and He cares for you, and He values you, and what you do for Him, that's all that matters. I'm just showing you here, I've got 2 little stamp sets, which got small little stars. I went through my stamps, and I thought maybe one of my stamp sets have stars, and then I came across these 2 cute little stars. One is sort of they got white negative space in the middle, and the other one is a solid little star. So I'm just using some Versify inks, different colors that I thought might work well with this printable. And I just thought there was a little bit too much white space. It looked a bit too neat and perfect. So I just decided to do little stars. So I'm just showing you the little doors. I hope you enjoyed this entry. This devotional is really, I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed studying it so far. And I hope you enjoyed this entry. If you did, please give me a like. Let me know if you feel also sometimes hidden, if nobody appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do remember to click the little bell so you can get notification when I load a video. And I'll leave you with some close-up photos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.